You see, each time I pause to examine the mindset shaping our African realities today, then I can almost understand why Eurocentric invaders, anthropologists, and ethnographers painted us as both irrational and emotional. For generations, they've looked at us through a distorted lens. They saw us as people guided by impulse, ruled by feelings rather than reasoning, and driven by survival rather than vision. They painted us as primitives, incapable of deep structured thoughts. And for far too long, we've allowed their narratives to echo in our hearts and shape our actions. For instance, they saw us live our lives glorifying finished products crafted from the raw materials we surrendered, while we remain contented, standing at the bottom of the value chain. They watched us celebrate outdated knowledge, theories and ideas they've long discarded, which we bought at a high price and held on to as if they were timeless treasures. You go visit our university today, and you will see lesson notes photocopied year after year, wrote from textbooks that dated as far back as the early 20th century. Step into our laboratories and our libraries, and you will find relics of obsolete experiments and invention of a world that has already moved on. Our classroom echoes with knowledge that have expired, while the world beyond our borders races forward with innovations and fearless reinvention. Then is it any wonder they saw us as stagnant? Is it any surprise then they called us irrational and emotional when they watched us cling to dead theories, while new discoveries knocked on our door unanswered? Even more painful, statistics show that nearly 75% of the African university graduates struggle to apply what they spent 4 years or more learning in university. A glaring sign that we are churning out certificates and not solutions. We are only reproducing graduates and not innovators. We've been trapped in a circle of memorization instead of imagination. Funny how they watched us tear each other down instead of lifting each other up. They saw us celebrating short-term victories while neglecting long-term progress. And if this is how they have chosen to perceive and define us, it therefore reveals a deep, dangerous flaw in our collective mindset. It means we've allowed an invincible shame to wrap around our mind, shaping how we see ourselves and how we perceive the world sees us. Because scripture says we were like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and so were we in theirs. So it was never truly about how they saw us first, it was more about how we saw ourselves.